beautiful. I'm intelligent. I'm fearless. I'm an achiever. I'm resilient. I'm unstoppable. I'm a maker. I'm creative. I'm brilliant. I'm female. And more.
Hello ladies, you're welcome to Female and More, your favorite African female show on this continent. I'd like to ask you, how have you been? Hope you've been keeping up well. I've been fine, yes. And as always, it's a pleasure to be with you here on the show. Today, I'm Divine Dominion, and Female and More is proudly brought to you by Youngsters Foundation with support from Ford Foundation. So today on the show, as always, I'm going to bring you lots of fun and entertainment. So last month in April, from April 1st to April 30th, we had a self-esteem boost program where we read 30 stories, one story each day in April, of amazing African women who are doing amazing things. So on the 30th of April, we got to celebrate ourselves, to celebrate the milestone, of going through that program successfully. And a platform of over 9,000 women actually, and we had a party, a virtual party actually. We had lots of fun. So I'm going to allow you to see what happened during our virtual party. We had Honorable Abike Dabiri from Nigeria. We had Gladys Changachigere from Zimbabwe. We had Tenny Ghana from Ghana speaking to us. So you're going to see all of that and all of the games that we played on today's show.
I'm intelligent. I'm fearless. I'm an achiever. I'm resilient. I'm unstoppable. I'm a maker. I'm creative. I'm brilliant. I'm female. And more.
It's time for personal reflections. If you would like to say a word or two about your experience on the Female and More 30 Days Self-Esteem, how it changed you, how you've become a better person, the lessons you've learned. It could even be an observation, what you've observed from another lady's experience or her story, and you'd like to let us know about it. A few stories stood out for me. In short, every single story stood out for me. I would say not just one or two stories, but some stood out more than the others. But if you would like to let us know your experience, your personal change, your epiphany from the Female and More 30 Day Self-Esteem program, please raise your hands up and let us know.
It's been 30 solid days of challenge on the Female and More program. I've learned that I should be resilient, I should be passionate, I should be self-motivating, I should be an achiever, a go-getter, and then I should be a female and much more. Thanks to Ford Foundation, thanks to Youngstars, thanks to Female and More, I am intelligent, I'm beautiful, and I'm a female and much more.
I'm so glad to be a participant and a beneficiary of this platform. I'm Adiola Mary from Bauchi State. A lot of things stand out for me from these stories and the likes, because I was able to see stories of people who are not gender biased. Because let me use the example of the mechanical engineering, the woman that did exploit through mechanical engineering. For crying out loud, the whole world will tell you that is not something for a man and the likes. But she wasn't moved by what people were saying. She went more, and she's a success there.
So as a youth and a teenager, I am happy. I see a bright future ahead for every female who's ready to go out there and do exploits. Thank you.
The fact that if I'm able to work hard, or if I'm able to get there, then I'll be able to support people like myself. Because growing up, the people around me were the people that I knew. Like, I think for me, everything was normal, even though someone would say it wasn't normal. The people that I played with, the people that I went to school with, also had the same family. Their parents were not educated, all that. So I felt like things were normal. So one thing that kept pushing me was the fact that if I work hard enough, then it won't be just me. I'm not going to have a degree, or I'm not going to have a better education for myself. But then if I work hard enough, I'll be able to support other girls or other young girls to also have a better life. One thing that worked for me was the fact that I had a vision. I knew what I wanted. And so, and I held on to that. But then, I mean, as a teenager, as a 15-year-old girl, sometimes it's very, very difficult. Sometimes you veer away from your dreams, right? When things get hard. So the fact that if I work hard enough, I'll be able to, even if I'm not able to support my friends at that moment, if I work hard enough in future, I'll be able to support girls from my community to have a better life.
What advice, with your experience right now, would you give to any young lady passing through one thing or the other?
Yes. So first of all, I want them to understand that as a human, we can't choose. There are a lot of things that are out of our control. Right? For example, we can't choose who we are born to or where we come from, but at least we have the power to become who we want to be in future. With a lot of hard work, determination, and tenacity, we'll be able to become who we want to be, regardless of where we come from.
What pushed you to achieve what you have achieved today?
Thank you for that question. So for me, I think the first thing that really drove me to continue to pursue my dreams, to pursue what I wanted, was knowing that I wanted to be someone in life. I wanted to define myself by my own standards, by my own rights. And I knew that in as much as my family and my society and my religion defined me otherwise and tried to mold me into, the person that they wanted, I knew that I needed to really fight against that and prove to them that, look, yes, I belong to these spaces, but what I want at a personal level is what matters the most. My piece of advice is, as women, let's claim our position in society. They actually say, power is not given on a silver platter, power is taken. And that's very true, because we are living in a very harsh patriarchal society that does whatever it takes to protect male power. So if we don't stand up and step up to really claim our position, then we are not going anywhere as women. So you need to stand up for yourself, no matter how difficult, no matter how hard. There is always light at the end of the tunnel.
And I'll tell you what I demand for. I don't demand for equality. No, I demand for equity. And that is saying that don't say I can't do this job because I have breasts and I menstruate, because I'm built the way I am. Just treat me as a human being like you. So I don't look for equality because we are not equal. Even on this panel, we are not equal. And don't just pretend that we can't be equal. But I demand equity, fairness, justice. That is my take. I'm being in politics. Well, there are some times you are not even, I don't know how it's well, but there are some meetings they won't even allow you to come into. Because you're a woman. Nobody's going to tell you. But you know what? It doesn't matter. You know your value, you know what you can do. So if you're not calling me to that meeting, that is your cup of tea. I got better meetings to attend to and better things to do and more lives to touch. So don't let that weigh you down or discourage you. No, it shouldn't. The key thing is know who you are, what are you bringing to the table, and always add value. Let me tell you one more thing before I leave. When I was chairman of media in Parliament, and it never happened before, it will never happen again. I was in opposition, I was with the chairman House Committee on Media. Oh, people said she can't do it. How can an opposition be a spokesperson for the House? But I did it for 4 years. And when they told the speaker, then Masari, who is now governor of Katsina, to remove me, the man said, please get me a better person that can do this job better. So I didn't listen to them. I added value to my job in Parliament. And that means a lot of hard work. You work 3 times as hard. And another thing is, we're always few in number. So if there are 360 men, we're only 27. So the 27, if you make a mistake, is noticeable. So you're under pressure not to make mistakes. If anything happens, your private life is out there, away from, rather than that of your male colleagues. And then 2, I never see myself as less than anybody. I see myself as bringing something to the table, and I go right out to show what I can do within my limitations. So don't let that hold you back at all. Not at all.
I'm intelligent. I'm fearless. I'm an achiever. I'm resilient. I'm unstoppable. I'm a maker. I'm creative. I'm brilliant. I'm female. And more. Ooh.
And that was it for our virtual party. I trust you enjoyed it like I did, right? So if you missed out on the original event, I just allowed you to see all the fun that we had that day. But this shouldn't be happening to you again, okay? So if you're watching me right now, I need you to go to www.femaleandmore.org and sign up and be part of our platform so that you don't miss out on fun events like this. Because very soon we'll be bringing more and more events your way. Yeah, so I also promised to allow you to see what has been happening in different cities across Africa as Female and More participants are meeting up in their various cities and having lots of fun, networking, sharing away from what is happening online. So I'm going to allow you to see that now. We had a hangout happening in Abuja, in Jos, in Port Harcourt, and a lot of other locations. So sit tight and enjoy one more time.
Come on, ladies, sing with me. There's an old story out there where the writers decide for me. Hear the new story from here. I decide the path, I'm unstoppable. I'm born to be a maker in my greatness. My mind can see I have power to be anything. I am sure I'm more than this. I'm a dreamer. I'm female and more. An achiever.
I know that look on your face. Is this what I've been missing? Yes, if you're not on our platform and you've not been part of the Female and More community, you can see what you've been missing. But like I told you before, it's not late to be part of this wonderful community. So the only thing you have to do is to go to www.femaleandmore.org and sign up and join thousands of amazing women, boost your self-esteem, discover your potentials, network with a lot of people, and be your best self. Yes, so that's all I have for you on the show today. I had to say bye for today, but I just have to go. Before I go, I want to ask something. Are you ready to answer my question? Okay. So the question for you is, when are you planning to build your first house? Yeah, you've not thought about that. When are you planning to build your first house? So I want you to tell me. So what you can do is to just comment your answer. Is it in 1900 you want to build it? Is it in 2084? Whichever year, let me just hear. If you've not thought about it, think about it now. Comment on our social media handles and let me see your answer. So till I come your way again, be cool and do not forget, you are female and more.